to me anywhere dim komo near so e dey aka ho jumadi ya mi bo ho de ru akire we the pod show. The pod show is social discussion ya ba behwe near ya tackle societal problems, challenges nipa ewo masitinem. Pod show is a public discussion space for social challenges, a platform that gives voices to everyone. I mean everyone, right? Na yendi ani din komo na sa session bi a Martin din wachiku ho no eho mebusa won sama wani na so say mebusa eho ana be expose eho ana be kire say wachiku ho enti kame ho na hwe me solo base na yendi jumadi we efia da bia 5 p.m. Ashanti Prime TV. Ashanti Prime TV. Aha na nakware no wo the pod show me no mi enu nkomodi bidasi Asante your mind. Ni sentina Ashanti Prime TV. Edi media wasosron ko bi ebaso. Ni atoni din say Spotlight Hub. Any trending issue. Me wasonfo. Genial Diamond. I'm di media ebasomo. Ejada bia. Eni wokuada bia. 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Na media shisha subutu. So ye up and coming musician, actor, actress, Empo social media influencer. Don't hear any say obefa number na. Echego screen national. Friend. Nani endin sa wasway. No be yadachi enstroma. Spotlight Hub jumedie yisudie. See release interview. Na se eshemu mpoa. Ubetu. Ashanti Prime TV. Aha. Ena ne kreno. Ewo.
Action media audition. Yeah audition can see me our action media. Yeah series can see pa obi amfa no hunyim we ye panyino we ya kwada o emrante ne maba ni nyina ye hia obi bia action media ye series can see e de abegu Ashanti TV so obi amfa no hunyim boy mi gina mu bi obi amfa no hunyim frɛ number na ye twa agu ate no me see frɛ number no thank you Ashanti Prime TV and I'm tie ni mu no boy magi medwa ye duru ha se tu dia na ye nsɛm akɛse nko a sɛ wo pɛ nsɛm no kora no atie ana wo pa asɛm papa a wo Ashanti mem Ghana mem ba bia wiase ba bia atie dia hwɛ Ashanti Prime TV ɛhɔ na no kora no ɛwɔ me see Ashanti Prime TV so pese o tie news pa ana wo pe baabi a asem a ye ka no unko busu obi na pe no kure wo mu a hwe Ashanti Prime TV no kure no ahanko ana wo ensemble na ekoso e wo yemmem ha enne nkofo amanso empeni say ade achi na say yanti asemfufra ene na yachi na maybe so what in ye koso social media ho be kire aba fontinta fidie ni so woni ne ye koso e wo ho no ene na dwebre tie me adwo adempo me ne mapamfo e wo Ashanti Prime TV e binada bia ene ya wada bia wabra aboyume no num wabra ye di dwumede onwaso bia to di Prime Trend ebre wo Prime Trend is so ameni mapamfo ye besim konya ye de nsam a wonte da na wonfa wani ehu da egun sani ani ni abobo mu ni de no kra no ato ne da sanse mpani say di ade ne da no wonfa to wa eya na free talk afen so wo Prime Trend so no ye be ma wakonya na won so de wadwenkire aba eni kasem we sanso wo mu ni say Prime Trend jumedie mu no afa baby wo a obesiria enu nti na mse hia me adwo adempo many mapamfo e wo Ashanti Prime TV clock it
Odia Solomon Opokunie ye freduma abafie die ne be TV a obeka nsem papa a kire yen na oba me yehunu no papa ekoso e wo wiase tisi ye TV papa ne tie nsem pa e wo kura yimu dia ye fanto be biase Ashanti Prime TV e wa na me hwele de bia entizo Fau TV neto Ashanti Prime TV. Keep watching Ashanti Prime TV. We love you all. God bless you.
Ashanti Prime TV. Aha, and I no carry the war.
Yedi nkomo ewo ya fiefiem. Nkwankwan ni ase. Ye dem ene empo yesuku mu. Saa nkomodi we ne yede ba TV so. Na ya ba bedi nkomo. Twhwe we any direction bia. Eye nkomo na yedi. Eye asem ana ye ka. Ye ekoso ewa abrabom, ebeka politics kakra, ebeka religion kakra, ebeka entertainment kakra. Any dia aka nyina e wo se ye. Sa wo yanyum tuni, sa wo talent bia ye be from na ye tumi ene wadi nkomo ne so e de aka ho. Jumadie ya mi bo ho de ru akyerewe e the pod show. The pod show a social discussion. Ye ba behwe ne ya tackle societal problems, challenges nipa ewo masitenam. Show is a public discussion space for social challenges, a platform that gives voices to everyone. I mean everyone. Right? Na yendi ni din komo na sa session bi a matino din wachiku ho no. Eho bebusa won sama wani na so say bebusa eho ana be expose eho ana be kire say wachiku ho. Enti kame ho na hwe me solo base. Na yendi jumadi we efia da bia 5 p.m. Ashanti Prime TV. Ashanti Prime TV. Aha, na kware no wo. The show, me no mi no nkomodi. That's
Asante your mind. Ne senti na Ashanti Prime TV. Edi dwumedie waso sonko bi eba so. Ne ato ne din say Spotlight Hub. Any trending issue. Me wasonfo.
Adishima mame ma obi bia jo esanso mo bibia akwa ba ediba Ashanti Prime TV. Enyume no so kase e na magine egu amede e ba be so mo e wo Ashanti Prime TV kase ensem a obeti ebini ene okokopie mu e wo eye aposifo akache a e yade se ensem no bi efi won ma sanso enye kopie mu eye fire service fonso a omo so akache ensem ni bi fi won mu a e ba fi so kase so abofo bi e na omo aso masene Eba mede kase no eba be so ma boafo ni bi ni POG band omo de band e na edri dwuma say wedding e na wo ye birthday party aponto bi dwuma de bi e na wo di na hu be nya so be nya band e wa sede a ma bomo de na wo de wani abepie mu e wo ye aso ye ba ni sikasem a kan wa koma e de ato ye sanse kuma bi e na ye be jo betinya afre ye 0248 400056 and as 0594615325 afi so POG more ono so ebo machidom niama okomo obenye ni na bi no obepiem ewo POG more ebenye ni na bi e dia ma woni sikasem ho odin tu kemina de to ade a ma bo modi ano to no bia ya e ho nsem betimi akoyie e de ama na enkwes ko do fi na se ebu na e no so abebi bi e wo bo modi afo woni bepiem ewo POG more ye de adwuma e wo asante mampon obetimi afre e wo 0248501319 and I say 0509909991 sanso na achi media ono so ebo mechidom ene sene ma no katekate me jahan ma merisa no pese wo yeseme ana say ebe ni sini twemu a wo pese wo so gidin sene wona keka watimi agidin dia no abomodi ana afredi wani abepie mu ewo achi media nche bia ye de ye no audition no ebe hye so bomodi ase wo ba peke ye inform simi na afi ye so etimi abo no ni so adi mu ewo nipa mu kasa sini twemu no etimi SCP de amam ye ni nsem bi e ka ho e na mede e ba be so wo e ma ore mfi se kase e twegu e wa be fontente fidi ahodo ni nyina so Facebook e di akotene e TikTok YouTube ene ne ke ka na bomodi share na afia fa ne pa e wo Ashanti Prime TV no ye ntimi enfa bi enso mo afi nso me so a magime gba na mede kase no e ba be so wo ene osomfo ajowa tempo me twa me ho na me ba ya pense kase ni Afe yen share kase ye sha ase dia ne enko sha ase ewo the Advertising Association of Ghana omo aso ye pani kwanhwe for na ase be kase executive director ya oda ne din eni Mr. Isaac Kujo odin send do no ato dwa ya wo kire se oni aban no aya adwen se ne okopie mu ewo nkran pomponi mantemu a billboard ahodo aye ne ama omani mai basa aye bia nsisi bia ye no oni aban aya adwen se omo bomode na afi omo babeto agu na nkran pomponi mantem so etimi afa ne ntoma pa e de efra.
For us at AAG, we support fully what the minister is doing. It is long overdue, actually. We have been looking for that kind of political will for any government to be able to take the bull by the horn to sanitize the environment. I mean, our sky space is a mess. We've been to 37, we've been to Jolu. We are now here at Accra Mall. This place is a mess. And we even watched a video of the Ablukma North, South and Central, and that is even messier. So what we are asking for as Advertising Association of Ghana is that our members would normally comply with these things. Unfortunately, this is an industry of survival and livelihood for many people. So it is not just our members who are into this business. Of course, the big ones, the DDPs, the PGs, and our members, the Alliance Media and Global Outdoor, they are our members. But there are others that have entered into the fray that are not being regulated or are not involved in self-regulation. And so we want this to be done, demolition should be done, so that we sanitize the environment, and then there will be proper regulation. And we thank the government for taking this step, and we are fully part of this. In fact, I sit on the board, the committee, and I'm believing that by the time we cross over to next year, this whole place will be sanitized, and we'll have a good, beautiful sky space.
So if I understand
of this whole process, we have been looking for it, and so when the ministry called us that this is what the government wants to do, we joined in, that we would want this to be done. And so for us, we've had several meetings with the ministry. There was a time when we came out, we had this press conference. The position that we came out with was just for us to have the clarification as to how or what the criteria will be for the demolition. That's all our concern, and that has been cleared now. So we are fully in support of this. This is not just the ministry has involved us, and now we understand that this is the criteria, and we have to get this done.
Is there any other thing you'd like to add?
You see, the industry, especially the outdoor sector, has become very lucrative. Government will have to be stronger. If we don't put up a strong force.
Na owie no na MMDC is omo bo modin a local government ya omo so omo she omo se na otwe mu ombe omodin se ombe di mu dwuma na afi so san so de won kese pa akwa ma won a omo de billboard ahodo asisi nkran company mantemu ye de won a omo so anje penie anasa omo anje bi afi penifo ansa na omo de billboard ahodo asisi no omo esi nyina be fifo na afi nkran company mantem so etimi afa ne tuma pa e de efra.
Not to give permit for billboards. The idea is to sanitize the system. So as a result of that, we've not granted permit for billboards to be mounted. And as you can see, a number of them do not have permit. So we have decided to cut them down or to remove them. And that is why the billboards that were located here have been removed.
But there's some challenges anyway.
That you remove them and they come and plant them overnight. So sometimes you get up, the next morning the billboards are erected, and we are engaging them to stop this so that we can sanitize the system before the billboards are erected. Because when you get here, you realize that they are clustered. You don't know which one to read. It's very difficult. Even when you are driving, if you are not careful, you can be involved in an accident. So we need to properly arrange the billboards so that it doesn't cause accidents, and also it doesn't become an eyesore to pedestrians and then drivers.
Okay, are there some sanctions for any of the billboard owners who, some illegal, those who erect it illegally here?
Yes, certainly.
And refuse to take it off?
Certainly it costs money to produce the billboards. So what we do is that when we cut them or when we remove them, we search at them before they get their boards back.
How much?
Well, it depends on the size of the board. They are into different sizes. So depending on the size, we will charge you.
Okay, Sam wants your name.
I'm Dr. Michael Mensah, the Municipal Chief Executive. I also West.
We all agreed together with all the stakeholders, all the global unions, association, everybody. We took them around and saw all the sites where some of the businesses have been located. And we all agreed that they are really planted. They are going to ISO from the layman's point, you may not see, but when you get to understand the road safety issues involved, you understand that some of them have to be removed. So we came to the conclusion that they have to be removed. When we went around, we marked all those, as you can see behind me, some have been marked. That means they are supposed to be removed. So despite capital intensive, because we're going to have to take it from our IGF, which we didn't budget for. So we have to now find ways of agreeing together with all the stakeholders and remove them. So we've done a couple of them. We are still engaging some of them to understand.
Na omu ewie no na ya maame Rita na odolo so aya ono na oye deputy local government minister. Ono so dey nsani bi eka ho na wo kire se. Eya mia ya hodo na eya billboards ahodo nsisi eri kwan sisi ho no. Eya nkan pomponi mantem campaign for say ni na so wodi ana se ni na so betimi sisi bia ya se esi na so etimi ma Ghana so etimi afanito apa e de efra.
From ha enya nkran pe but district capital regional capitals ni bebre no send ya sisi signboards no and yet empempi no so to anan from aboa na ebubu na ye wo mra extra baby ss signboard esi na to say media nim wo drive and ss signboard BSC media nim it is an yamani na ye di hu komo na pesa manfo ti omo wan sese enya say bia ye be send crofo nyama na ye wo omemu a ss ye di mra eye ejuma nti mra no na ye hwe so as a committee no ene ye di mra no ye ejuma na committee no obia wo mu bi urban roads wo ho AH4 wo ho engineers wo ho road safety for any keka ho ye nyina ye form committee no nti enne ya ba se ye be hwe se ejuma ye council assemblies no ye no omo aya na omo nye ya e de na ye be ye na ya dwen se en efi enne kono ye mo na woche na echi na omo anya committee na nkasa e the equipment ne beba field no so ye yi niama na assemblies ne be tia ho ka machines ne de beba na assemblies ne be tia ho ka efi se omo na omo ma permit e ne FCC signboard no nti enne ye bo assemblies no so kokko se omo ma ejuma ne nyemrel se ne be ya ye nyina ye be kan bo na oman ne mu ayefe.
As you can see, a number of them do not have permit, so we have decided to cut them down or to remove them. And that is why the billboards that were located here have been removed. You remove them and they come and plant them overnight. So sometimes you get up, the next morning the billboards are erected and we are engaging them to stop this so that we can sanitize the system before the billboards are erected. Because when you get here, you realize that they are clustered. You don't know which one to read. It's very difficult. Even when you are driving, if you are not careful, you can be involved in an accident. So we need to properly arrange the billboards so that it doesn't cause accidents and also it doesn't become an eyesore to pedestrians and then drivers.
Yeah, well, advertising standards with Ghana Standards Board and Ghana Standards Authority. I was say this. In fact, local government for no, and I was enforce it now. So I'm to me enforce it. Send the SAA. Okay, high Mahama Road. I say, yeah, what particular strategies be SAA. I was there. Billboard store in Bia one day. Different. A banner sana, youth in Nangasano airport. And near see a committee person and say, yeah, framework beer, road beer, sono, our particular board beer, I was say, a baho. And yet, mix and match. So that's a year. If any uniform, that's all I say uniform. I say, yeah, if any say vertical, yes, I say latitude, so I say Santino, now there's uniformity and beauty. And the idea, if what's what you're working on.
Na ya maami ewie no sanso edito as no ka se bases ahodo no a ene omo ba stop a enye ho na ya mujeje na baby omo try so make so traffic e wokro no ni na so mpeni for better say omo bedidi du omo ba stop ahodo ni se ne be ne so nkokọ se traffic ahodo bi asan so sha nke ya de se bus ba ku bia na o bus stop ba ko a ene so be boa ya na ma attention ha ne koso e wokro ahodo no ene so eto ebetwa ya maami de nsem we eto dwa obra onam na probomu ewo ayawaso east ayawaso west ene la de Capton ya na wo hwe billboard ahodo a asan so ema oman mu entimi enyefe no eno de nsem we etudwa.
And then we also realized on our rounds that there are bus shelters that are constructed. We have a bus stop, and every bus stop should have one bus shelter. You look at Tetekwashi here, it has about 3 bus shelters, and people have made it their business centers. Some of them are making it their homes, and I believe this does not also speak well of us. So the owners of
na no da eja etimi ekoso ewo griko ewo akosomo no ye ne nam so amakane yi eyeda se edum na so dum aye mpo Ghana fo bi kra che se edum so na ama ne home so nam so ma ne Ghana timfo ni bi aba bonten amakasa na omo kasa titiriw ene omo a omo de light di omo jima fo bi ti se ye costo ene ye keka no ene omo che se sa kan ye dum ye sanse ma na mi se eyade se ya na ese omo dwane sanso ma omo eboka sanso ko fa na begu fridge ni mu a eyade se ka light on we hia na etimi etwa blog na omo etimi e de dom dwuma na so kan se kan ya ni wonti no omo na dodo no ase ya na ese we yen se ho a Ghana dwadefo ni bi e de etu dwa fa kan ya timbe dwuma e ya ma ne ho so
yo a ube yi niam be wi obe park no obe ba no na light ni bi wo ekofo edum na ye enam so nko ade without ice no entumi sustaining nam no nti se enam ne melt ya oyima customer o complain say enam na ode ama no asay ye wo sausage bi wo a asay chicken bags ni bi so asay
how many boxes?
Well, sausage ni bro be 40 box and a back and so bro be 10 box
No say be say can be say.
Well, sausage no ba ko 380 3,800 10 box times 40 and chicken back and so 225 times 10 until okaboma bro more than be 8,000 e be bro be 10,000 cities. They say who you be adwuma na sa problem we na de bre adwuma rana onye niji a o de be adwuma
na owie ye nya ono nko a na okasa ne timafo do na bi ekasa bi kwampo e chere se ene omo ho chere na e chere omo na Ghana mampani bo modi anse obehwe ni yesan so ndo mu ni se mampani de odi ni dwuma ne bra ese mu na se ne ese mampani de dwuma na Ghana mampani de dwuma na so eye ni ministers a wa appoint omo bi na wa hwe ya omo be ma na hini ana se na mu hu a wo bu no ebetimi ayebasa
anyame anu me baby am dan kra de anya kra be to say 3 weeks minutes getting to 1 month light off on low current and so about we me hu say first no omo ya omo say light no nka enko biem but you see another and at the same time so no system nso mo nye yen tope one way I say you to know I mean akronfo no must assess mu because I remember one ankasa na ye wo mu na ankasa no ye nim say oh bro NDC wo ba why are there what I say why are there why bi mama why are there but I say the ministers no more energy for no more so share there no more so etu ne kwan no
na timamuni we kasa yo no so anso atem body for the be eti kasa no so kasa no say na all chere say enye say dum so na asa ma na mu no eye fort timatie bi na etimi ato ba bi empany forest so mo be sise ndi Ghana for any fi etim say eye dum so na esa ma na home so
eye fort na ba ana yesi fort no enti ana because oh NDC for buy no ana fort we aba NDC for buy na fort aba enye mahama na fort no ba ye mahama e ka mahama ne botaye ene mahama ne nyina so nko ade a enka opelma we no openiye eye enfonso na aba ewo ho na ma eja esi eja na adai ato ho enti empanifo guso a mo siesie enti ye ka kire adofo nyina se omkoma nton yam na nya mpani mahama ne ko ho na o ma eja
na ewo kane a ho nsensem no mu na panyi ba kwa ba bontia ba ka se be ya eye honorable George na po ya ono na eye energy minister de se betumi anka omra bontia afi on be ma ye nchechemu yi na irin se eye fort na se na no ade jahishe netimi ekọ so ewo Greek one ewo akosomu a ama kane dundum no eti abana se na be ya Ghana for ebeti en wasiti no omra bonten anka o mecheche wo se na be ya pepepe ye eni asundwe betimi aba ene na no da box a wokan netime mu ni bia ena onim bibi e de fa na so ba bonten na se obecheche mu a wo gidie se Ghana for ne beti ase ne mu ye fa shetim se dun so ena area asan so ama ne homne so
as some open, no transparent. Na Ghanaians who their course, or publish it, na man who their course. Containers no, na a den the womb, a new money woman, Ghana for Pesom. I think so. So, why recover? Me feel say there should be prosecution. Attorney General, Bibi on the decks so our year one. So that Ghanaians now who say, and you might be saying na koso. And yes, idea Ghana for hearsay, me feel say more ministry no. And me feel say ministry no, as I say, omo mama for the koso ni ye. Initially, na the hula balloon say, amount for containers via Ira. And to see I recover, me feel the same energy now the years I don't know. Yemfa Emma Ghana for the akusi. Ne said yeah, Ghana for no be accepting on yeah yasutu for ma if be who the ekoso. And yes idea uja man for say yen speculate ya obi abeka na ne de me tie container no minim de ewom de minim menya information say I recover container no. Why na say I holding accountable? Be I say transparent. Media for say mum perceive amount for tea idea mbetu akọ. Na I say yo pick sana na man for any GDO mu. If you see electricity homes and some affected businesses bebre are starting folding up within this short time. And say you might be binas ye biemu am. If it's transparent Ghana for no will have a space in their heart. Who say, okay, yembe, rather than we jam no more and do no say because so say containers near the idea here. Me feel says I don't know, and I see a Ghana for say last year, the no, your chinkophobia, your prosecutor sad this year, the last year, the be a new different thing. Me feel some funya. Sa information na o make your more informed decision because Ghana for smart.
Afe yen to akase ne so e won kran pompuni mantem ne ho na akopie mu a Greater Accra Regional Fire Service Officer Mr. Rashid Kwame Nsem di nsem bia to dwa na wo kire se ene ye nua no mo amudi omudwuma hodo no aye wo posto mo kokoi na mai ba no ade se enkofo kwa na ekọ mo so ene ma mo efo ta na etata mo ene na no adakra ebi etimi ekokotwen sekan obi so a eno asema entimi enkoye wo yenua no a wo mu di omudwuma hodo no we posto no enti wo stress fire service for no omo petumi ankometimi ede ene sama mo efoi ede asiesie be omboa ama yenua no nso mdo omudwuma do no a wo pono no omo nso betimi atom no wi no sanso e kan de kan say fire service odwumadi omudi o mamu no adwuma pantie hu omo so beboa ama man no etumpo na afi yenyi vi etim se fire service for de omo de ndi dwumati to bia e wo man no.
And bear with me that as we talk now, we are battling with a case in court where a fireman was stabbed at Ajingano for fighting fire. So, because of some of these violent attacks on firefighters, the chief officer, in her own wisdom, have declared this year's International Firefighters Day that we should campaign against attacks on firefighters. Some of us are happy that new legislations are coming in now to sort of broaden the scope of the Ghana National Fire Service and give us a lot of authority and mandate to be able to work. As we speak, fire service, we don't prosecute. And I can tell you, my brother, one word in a sentence can make a criminal to go free. If I'm lying, one word, just one word in a sentence can make a criminal to go free. So if we are the sole prosecutors of our issues, I think it will go a long way to help improve the way we do our things. After all, the jargons and the fire terminologies, we own them and we use them and we know how to use them to be able to do the right thing. Try and invest in fire. Because one, traveling outside Ghana, no plane will take off, no plane will land if it is not sure of fire service on standby. That is a fact. No investor will come into this country and invest, knowing very well that if his investment is on flames, no fire service is there to protect. So I can go on and on and on. And that is how come I keep summarizing that the general public, those who have the means to support, should go ahead and support and see us as partners in what develop. It's also a way of I mean, I can say doing the work of God. Well, can you imagine a trader whose goods are all bent in Kantamanto, and the person has nothing to feed on? What happens to
them? Adamu krum eho ena yade se ne ekopiem ho no ankramfo ho ene ne ayamhwe pa ena aba beto omo so omo kyeremu a omo eda sore ye ne ne maboyefo be se nipa aduonum ebubu nkram den ho no a omo ede fre nyame to omo se aka bi won fo ne penfo se omo na fe omo me bibi enfonsanse we eyara ho se matimi akoso ewo adamu krum a ewo gomwa east
na pawe mi yasala wi amendabio me se me batana ma patana sana makai Quran kakrana ajima town na so na masoro aye ajima mete ana mawunsa soja fo bebre omuba omupoduru mi nchen pepepe no me se omuba ha na amukwan fa omutoso mi gina ho na omawurom shop mu efie mu omawure efie mu ana muba mi nchen omuba ye pe me be sori se anka me yakwan a na mafa akọ ohini nchen ana mo awetimi ana mo agimi phone me yere so pie ye na o magimi yere phone so me bakura na osu ade to osimi so wa soja pani pa wa soja pani ya frano ai beni ya frano Frank Olanyo Agbebo wonu amu nyina na mo baaye wadi omu nachi ana mo na mo baaye wajina ho ani na wadarete bibiara ansa na mabubu bibiara wajina ho 540 musa na akoye ko 50 musa na mobile ya yesala masalachi wiye
ade ya bakasa ya baka kire yewu IGP aya Ghana mpanfo omonsor pa de esi wa ha na pan wa ma ihu kakra abayeso de ya badagba sori bi omenyim de obesi wa ha bu odam da ya babakwa bibibon basi ewo mantemanti yesrem mpanfo no se omomfo won na nsi fom de esi wa ha na pa de aye nyan kura nti yesrem Ghana mpanfo pa
ya pesi anka kire me pesi anka kire yi yewura IGP se de asi enno ebetima motaiba ebetima ma ama hu bebre aba yeso na
afi yankoto akase no so e won kan pompuni mantemene no eye VR penifo omoni Greater Accra Regional Coordinating Council penifo akabo omo chese ensu yiro aya na eta ama ne homne so e won kan pompuni mantemene no penifo de nhye kwan so omo behwe se omo besini nyina ano e won kan pompuni mantewe eye nsem a penini kase ani din ene engineer Abdul Wahab edin semwe etudwa na wo chese penifo afa ho adwen se science you aya na eta akoso e won kan pompuni mantem no enchibia ni nyina ano eto ebecha.
One of the challenges or the major challenge that we've identified is people developing within the river channels itself, which poses a risk to they themselves and also to our operations.
Okay, tell us about the preparedness plan.
The emergency preparedness plan is an early warning tool that helps all the stakeholders involved in emergency related to the dam operations to know their roles and responsibilities as far as managing an emergency related to the dam is concerned. And when it comes to managing an emergency related to the dam, we talk of two main forms of emergencies. One is emergency related to controlled spillage from the dam, and the second is an emergency.
Ashanti South Regional Police Commander yani DCOP Joseph Amonyaba ede nsembedo no atubia ya wo hwese ne okopie mu ewo oboase manso a kame a ese akonfo bi ya ma omo homne so ehore no ena mpanifo eka omo ho na nie omo ye ese omo besi sankofia na nam ko enam so ama omo atimi ache akonfo muni a omo atimi afamu ahwe omo kwa we ensem a omo de atubia bra omo ye omo adwen so omo besi sa akonfo from pese omo homne so ewo oboase manso ya no na bra DCOP e kasan say ena we de atubia.
The Ashanti South Regional Police Command has dismantled a robbery gang responsible for a series of roadblocks attacks along the Obuasi-Mansu-Ninehin stretch in the Ashanti region, following a multi-regional intelligence-led operation conducted on the 25th and 26th of April 2026. The operation, which spans the Ashanti Northern and Upper East regions led to the arrest of 2 suspects. The recovery of weapons and ammunition which had been buried in the bushes by the robbers, and the unraveling of a broader robbery network responsible for several attacks. The command gathered intelligence that suspect Sumaila Munkaila, also known as Buddha, who is wanted in connection with multiple road robberies, was hiding internally in the northern region. An intelligence-led operation was promptly mounted on the 25th of April 2026. At approximately 20:55 hours, the team arrested suspect Sumaila Munkaila, alias Buddha, age 37, at Vitin near Tamani. In interrogation, the suspect admitted his involvement in several robberies, including 3 specific incidents. 1, the attack on the convoy of His Majesty Ditu Dini Abiale Ayaktam, Member of Council of States, the Chanapio, on the 20th of July 2025. 2, a roadblock robbery on the Bupe Tamale stretch on 21st April 2026, and a roadblock robbery on the JJC Fumbisi stretch on the 22nd of April 2026. First mentioned 4 accomplices, namely Umaru Musa, Tungude, Sumaila, and Bera as his accomplices. He subsequently led the police team to Safulugu in the northern region, where suspect Umaru Musa was arrested at approximately 23:30 hours the same night. Both suspects indicated that their weapons had been concealed underground in the bush at Letesi near Fundisi in the Upper East region, having buried them following their last robbery on the Letesi Fundisi stretch. On the 26th of April 2026, the team continued the exercise. Both suspects led the police to the location at Letesi for the retrieval of the weapons. During the search, unknown persons opened fire from within the bush, and the suspects attempted to escape. The police team returned fire, and in the ensuing exchange, both suspects, Sumaila Munkaila and Umar Musa, sustained gunshot injuries. 1 police officer also sustained some injuries during the exchange and is currently receiving medical treatment. The team proceeded with a search and recovered the following weapons and ammunition which had been concealed in sacks and buried in the ground. 1 police officer also sustained some injuries during the exchange and is currently receiving medical treatment. The team proceeded with a search and recovered the following weapons and ammunition which had been concealed in sacks and buried in the ground. 1 seized the Kala and Fumbisi stretch. On the 26th of April 2026, the team continued the exercise. Both suspects led the police to the location. The Ashanti South Regional Police Command has dismantled a robbery gang responsible for a series of roadblocks attacks along the Obuasi Mansu Minehin stretch in the Ashanti region, following a multi-regional intelligence-led operation conducted on the 25th and 26th of April 2026. The operation, which spans the Ashanti, Northern and Upper East regions, led to the arrest of 2 suspects. The recovery of weapons and ammunition which had been buried in the bushes by the robbers.
Afe yenkoto akase no so ewo mankasi mi ya ewo mfante memu me kire Central region ho na papa bia abomode nya mfinhie no eye aduasanim ade akyen ono ankasa afase kan atwa ne mene yansa ntwofo gyan ma no so yenko na afe yenko nkwaje enchim. Hello Mr. Kudwon Pasha wote yenka
metonka ba
yema kwa aba edeba Ashanti Prime TV papa wanya mfinhia no aduasa enum ono ankasa de sekan atwa ne mene no na yepese o maye mu nkyeremu kakra.
you mean I'm thinking of a man or for an affair with tea for a bray or more 80 and I say a motor. You do too far if baby I will be a midwife, but man kissing Fanky man, men see more, CC, man Tim Hanum. Hanum and a blind tibia. Kumasi in a office, the Kumasi Kulanka Sankasa office with the India, a young year. Then a Tyler. Or Chum, a Juma, Coco Bay in Sia. Now, we're being a contract, marketing. In a Odomina Abba, and I can see a bar or 2 towels. Now, another question on call a Juma question. On also one class, sorry. In a corner down for Rose or Quacostrano, or the Gino Catra. Now, then I don't for the AP. Indeed, I don't for the chance, down in a one or two room, be our room, to the Donami take a crack abba. Then I don't for the down one my OPA. I don't for the air.
Okay.
Now, I went a tile, yeah. Omo about you know, I don't see what to put in, too many now what to do. And after the boom, when I had the obey, it can conform more around and buy. No more 40 yana and Puma, Omubuya, almost 10 or more minutes share, and then you know. Now I went a tile, yeah, or no baba to do me, or the Mujam Taka, and Mujapa. In Jomo, Boo, almost full and Puma, a quadrin, one bapa. On Yankasa, a car, Martina. Optica castle, but the canny minima a lawsome. Then you wish you canny minimum. I know what game. In Joma, so no command can seem rumor for Aya Sabia. A better furniture will be a social. Okay, a man so never you call Qualibu in a woman will feed the test and say, or now my doctor for. Ete baby kwa di pani edi awo no ma omuye baby no nti abanche no sam le de na owuye ya tonkra ne nkwa no aboa ma ya tonkra e Kumasi a ne busafo e na nkwa so eba but pretty pone e kirete asem no emu wa wiram kakra nti omu esusu se bibi bewom se bibi wom su bia na omu do su ko arehwe adekora wom e ba bonchen so a ye de bebrem nya.
Na Mr. Kujo yensha ade bi e wa ha branch e friend Tyler ya onu ankasa etimi de sekan etwa ne mini ye bebi se o se bi na adwene mu da ho de ka fra o se memi se ni ya na adwene ye adwuma san se minu mienu ebedi adanse se obi a adwene ye adwuma de wontimi entam sekan etwa ne mini se ni wasi etwa ne mini da ho yi
enkwala na ono mu ye adwuma no eye enkwala kete omu ayi no mu ani asifia kama ba se omu se na finti no omu ni na ye ne nkwala omu ekete omu master no bibi bia omu ni na akwa ye adwuma bi eye opekasa na bibi ha de kwa mpara on kankire obia ina omu ne na no so no omu hu se omu akwa ye obi adwuma ma ebia obi sika afa no so.
Okay.
Ana ko akodi obi sika di. Ana wakwani mo obi ba. Ana se wakodi obi sika ma oja no. Iti abante ne kuna ekene wo twa ne mene no. Bes na enti afie. Omo ne na nanti atepa. Enye obi a na dwume enda ho a. Nke obi ntumi recommend wo Kumasi no wa. No fi ohoro me mba man kasim se ombe ne dwuma ma no. Nti obi wo na dani wo na kwa de no abọ no so. O se o twa branche ne num kasa na ohun se ne ye matie esisi so na na wan se abranche ne wotu edi ne hu bone sa na omu susu se omu oni police for ya adu susu se ebia na bibi kakra ewu
bibi be wo san se we de emorem na mama ye mi so oda we de se me ye beje di se onwu ye ana wo because hwenfo yi na da wo ya se wo home
Samre ne die na owuye from kwesiada to anano dwada ne die na owuye me bi woni die na owuye na momumi na ntiye se die wo wu ana se owuye na o se abranche ja oda ho ya sister nimpa minimum eyi fa na ye de panye kwa ebo na ye de apam kam die ye pam so mfama so ma e pra na eguso opro nti we pa die nyame na otumi ye bibia nyame no tu sakra wiem ba nimpa apam die me metina ka se won ti apo
okay me asem no agye nyina boye nyina pusa sanse we eya asema emu ye rem kakra
ne minimum no na wa wo de pase sabe u tuka won sabo re kwa de body tuka won sabo re kwa na se chim kakra se ni sifa na wo abaye sei antum se ebedi
Mr. Kujo ye asem na boye nyina pusa ye beja wasi ha na afe ya se pimpo na ebeto makachi ana wabomodi ana wo de asome ya Ashanti Prime TV ye ne ye etifo ba so obi a obechi na wachi ana.
Oh, na mi tete awa ahwefo ni wetifo hinara na mo anka so amo so mi tete mu hina bibi aso to foma me de ewo akwade ene mankasi ene no western north de beto fo bia me fan kama woni ahwefo ni wetifo
ya te ye da wasese won so je bene ne o ma enchemu
nso da ma
nti abusuya abranti a odaso ya ne din ene Tyler wo ya mfinhie no eye aduasa enum 35 years ya ono ankasa ye n'adwuma a wo ne nkra ade akyen papa yi etimi de sekan ato ono ankasa nimu na ohu ya egiso a etwagu na watimi age ono ankasa ne onyanwu ye de enhwehwemu abaye se onyanwu ye na so se ne osida ho de meni omienu be chese bia ye bo nyame mpaye se ono ankasa ebeja abrantie no edem wesu yare wo sama itimi asi ewo eye mankesim ya ewo central region mejina wesu na fe ye twa ye ho ne ba ya to akase no so ewo nkofo amaso afe yentu akase no so ewo amahodo so nse ye sha ase de ane nkosha ase ewo mali ene okokopie mu ene omo bambuko no meche so je so no ho no omo pani ba ko da no e de nsendodo no atudua de yawe ho sempa ya omo che se na no ada mi da etwa mu e na nkofo ba beto e hye omo so no nam so ama ene okopie mu ewo mali a omo defense minister watimi afemu ahwere ne nkwane no ya ade a e de ehu abomali ma na so omo sanso ahye se mpanifo e de hye egukwan so a omo eye nhwehwemu
Maliens, mes chers compatriotes, je m'adresse à vous en ce moment d'extrême gravité que traverse notre pays. À l'heure où je vous parle, le dispositif est renforcé, la situation est maîtrisée et les opérations de ratissage, de recherche, d'exploitation du renseignement et de sécurisation se poursuivent. Aucune violence, aucune intimidation, encore moins des tentatives désespérées de déstabilisation ne sauront inverser la marche de notre pays. La refondation se poursuivra, la souveraineté se consolidera, notre peuple, debout et résilient comme jamais, triomphera de cette épreuve.
Afe yentu akase no so ewo Russia memani okopie mu ewo ho makrokitu bi ewo ho ya ye fe hot wab se ne ne no ehu pa na abo mu a enya asem kito omo etwemu a ya de se ne Ukraine for sorry a se omo etoto bombo na wo ma ahye mu ani na omo hwe so Russia ban no enhyeda enye papa bia emfa omo ehu eno nam so ama e de ehu pa na aba be hye twabsa ewo Russia mem.
This is the aftermath of a strike Ukraine says it carried out Tuesday on a Russian oil refinery. Tuapse on Russia's Black Sea coast, already the scene of an unfolding environmental disaster after two previous attacks on the same refinery over the past 2 weeks. CNN has verified this footage showing oil has already leaked into the Tuapse River and the Black Sea. This satellite image from Sunday shows traces of oil reaching at least 50 kilometers from the shore, according to CNN's analysis. Here you see the black residue on the beach. And heavy rain last week turned toxic, residents reported, blanketing cars and streets in oily grime. This is oil, says this girl, showing off her dirty hands. It's everywhere. Local officials say the cleanup is happening around the clock. But volunteers are also mobilizing, several reporting a lack of coordination and a slow response by authorities.
We saw any someone ekoso ewo Russia memo krokito bi e Fort Worth. We ni someone ekoso me tia we so na fe me de kase ni na esi ha e de amakase me de besumwe. En someone na edimu akotene ebs ne fire service ko pem e o maka che en se bi efri honum e ba fe so ye san so te ye hu monte so ne timfo ekokoya no baba ye efa eye kane duduadumu a amane homene so enam eye ya ehia itimi ekoso e ogriko ewo akosobomo afese sanso konkofa man so ekokofa ansem a ekoso ewo ho e de ebreo afese aboafo a omobo mechidom e ma america sie ebrewo e bi ni POG band obetimi afre yen ewo 0248 400056 and as 0594613532 ufreya yebejo so afi so POG mo na ono so ebo mechidom a enye fedi agro ye di adwuma e wa asante mampom betimi afre POG mo e 0248501319 and I say 0509909991 saso e na achi media na ono so ebo mechidom a eno so enya asem so betimi afre achi media e 0538982898 Emma say aha eya Ashanti Prime TV yedi adwuma dodo no a e wa be fon tenten fidie ahodo ni na so Facebook yedi akotene ho TikTok YouTube IG ene ne keka hu na bomodi anse obehia e ho kwa na bomodi an wa follow no subscribe na ye nipa ye wo e wa Ashanti Prime TV no yetini e de won so de abrewo afeso me so a meje bre na me de kase no ebrewo ene osomfo ajoa tempo me da se oje bre na me de kase yi e wa beso mo makramo bye bye. Ensemble bre na koso e wo yem mem ha